You may have realized that being healthy feels different than it did in the past now that you're over 50. If you want to maximize your health potential but don't have time to read through overwhelming pages of Google links, this is the show for you. Welcome to Healthy Tips After 50. We love doing the research, finding solutions, talking to health experts, and learning what works and what doesn't. Now, your host. She spent the last 25 years dedicated to feeling her best and is here to share her best findings with you, Susan Rosen.
Hello, everyone. This is your host, Susan Rosen, and today's podcast is going to be very short because I'm taking some time off during the Hanukah and Christmas holidays. But I did want to send a health and wellness message to everyone, and especially for those of us over 50. During this time of COVID, and with the holidays and New Year here and approaching, I want first to say how grateful I am that you are listening to and following my Healthy Tips After 50 podcast. I appreciate you sharing this journey with me over the past year and a half, actually a little more than that, and hope that you have found these conversations, inquiries, and healthy tips to be of value in living an interesting and healthy life. My wish for all of you is that you have a safe and happy holiday season, that you get to spend it either in person or online, depending on whether they're in your household or elsewhere, with family and friends, and that everyone remembers to stay home, and if you need to go out, to wear your mask and social distance. Also remember that at some point, this will all be over, and we will all move on to the next stage of our lives, which will most likely be very different from what it was before. My advice to everyone is to stay relaxed and grounded, because living in a state of overwhelm or depression weakens your immune system and makes you more vulnerable to not just COVID, but any kind of illness. And in addition to that, it also makes it so that you are less able to help those around you who you love and who need your support. I'm looking forward to talking to you all next week when I will be sharing an interview I had with Giles P Croft, a health and wellness professional from Wales. It was a fun and enlightening conversation, and I'm sure you'll enjoy listening or watching it, depending on where you follow the podcast. So remember, as always, that I'm not a doctor, and I'm not giving out any kind of medical advice. If you're having any kind of medical issues, please go to your doctor. If it's an emergency, go to an emergency room and get it taken care of. I am wishing you all a wonderful holiday and a great new year coming up in 2021. Happy New Year, everybody.
This has been Healthy Tips After 50 with Susan Rosen. To stay on the cutting edge of the most effective health strategies, subscribe to this podcast and let us know what you thought of the show with a comment or like on iTunes. Visit healthytipsafter50.com for this episode's show notes, more resources, and free offers.